If I asked you who your favorite couple is from the British royal family, how many of you would say that it's Kate and William? A lot, I believe. I mean, there's no doubt that the Cambridges have a great relationship that many older royals can be jealous of. But even though they're a perfect married couple, they still couldn't avoid cheating and breakup rumors. So let's talk about what would happen with Kate if she and William hypothetically decided to get a divorce. What did other royal ladies get in their divorce settlements? Stay with me to find out what privileges Kate Middleton would lose if she divorced William. And remember to hit the subscribe and bell button to not miss our newest videos. Now let's start. As the future king and queen, Kate and William have mastered the way they should behave in public. And I mean no unnecessary PDA and acting as if everything is perfectly okay, even though they may be going through something behind closed doors. Do you guys remember how over a year ago, all headlines talked about how William cheated with a close family friend? He was such a perfect dad and husband, and apparently he slipped. It was hard to believe that William would follow in his father's footsteps of infidelity, and while at first no one connected to the royal family publicly commented on the alleged affair, anonymous sources claimed that Prince William's alleged fling with Rose Hanbury was common knowledge in the posh circles. According to the gossip, Prince William's alleged affair started when Kate Middleton was pregnant with their third child, Prince Louis, who was born in April 2018. This means that, by the time the press picked up on the potential scandal, at least a year had passed since the alleged affair took place. Before the scandal blew up, Rose Hanbury and Kate Middleton seemed to be friends, or at least seemed to be on friendly terms. Their families lived close, they had aristocratic backgrounds, their kids had play dates, and they attended events together. Although Prince William reportedly denied the affair with Rose Hanbury, In Touch said that Kate Middleton still took action. She apparently told her husband to stop associating not just with Hanbury, but also with her husband. The rumors about Prince William and Rose Hanbury got so bad that his lawyers threatened legal action against the media outlets spreading them. And even though the whole thing stayed as just rumors, the royal fans continued to keep an eye on the couple. That's why at the end of last year, there were more speculations that the Cambridges are still having some marriage problem. It all started when the Duke and Duchess took part in a BBC Christmas special where they competed to see who would bake the better holiday dessert. At the end, Kate and William joined some volunteers for a holiday party, and they were sitting together by a fire when William tried to put his hand on his wife's shoulder. In a not-so-subtle way, Kate moved away from his touch, and of course, the moment went viral, and the internet was buzzing about possible tension between the royals. But according to TMZ, the incident was taken out of context, and Kate and William were very affectionate during the TV special. But those moments weren't shown on camera. Whatever happened in their relationship, Kate and William seem to be past it, and they've been showing one another a little bit more affection in public. Reportedly, they have also been leaning on each other after Megxit. But what would happen if things weren't actually that great behind the scenes and they were planning to get a divorce? I'm obviously saying it hypothetically. What would the Queen think about it? She would have to get involved, even though she doesn't have to approve of the divorce like she does with marriages. Queen Elizabeth is not in favor of divorces and is uncomfortable with the idea. It's because since she's the Queen of England, she's also the head of the Church of England, and the Church doesn't generally approve of divorce. But Elizabeth actually ordered Prince Charles and Diana to divorce back in 1995, when the craziness surrounding their various affairs became too much. Unfortunately for the monarch, 3 out of 4 of her children split from their spouses. If Kate and William were to ever get divorced, the Queen's task would be to decide what would be Kate's post-divorce title. She could also strip her of all of them, but it's rather unlikely. Let's take Lady Diana's case, because the Queen was open to leaving all titles in place and allowing her to continue as Her Royal Highness Princess Diana. But apparently Charles was against it, and in the end it was decided that Diana would keep the princess title, but not the HRH. When it comes to Sarah Ferguson, after her divorce from Prince Andrew, she was allowed to keep her Duchess of York title. She also continued to use HRH, but she lost it within a few months due to new rules regulating post-divorce royal titles. Another thing Kate would have to do is to stay in the UK with the children. So because she and William share 3 kids and the kids are royalty, Kate would have to get Prince William's permission if she wanted to bring them outside of the UK, even if they shared custody. but I think it's pretty unlikely that Kate would want to move her children so far away from their father and from her family. But if the divorce was caused by something really nasty, then you never know. Because of that rule, there's a good chance that the royals would purchase a house or an apartment for Kate and the children inside the UK. She could even be given the Kensington Palace family apartment just like Diana. This is also what happened when Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson divorced. In 2004, he moved into his new Royal Lodge residence with their daughters Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, and it seemed pretty normal that their mother joined them. While there has always been a room for Fergie at the residence, she didn't move in permanently until 2008. What's more, William would owe Kate financial support. She was quite well off before they got married, but nothing compares to living your life as a royal, and Kate would still be well looked after in the case of a divorce. First of all, they didn't have a prenup. Then, how much Kate would get from William would depend on how long they're married, but it definitely wouldn't be a small sum. For example, Princess Diana's settlement included the sum of around $22.5 million, with an additional $600,000 salary to pay for her private office. In the case of Sarah Ferguson, she reportedly agreed to be paid $20,000 a year from the royal family and was given $660,000 to buy a new house. Besides that, she allegedly received around $1.8 million to start trust funds for Beatrice and Eugenie, as well as another $462,000 in cash and an agreement that Prince Andrew would pay for their daughter's education. What happened with Diana's fortune when she died? Her will said that her estate would be distributed between her sons and put in a trust until they turned 25. Other instructions said that the princess would get 75% of her jewelry, and the remaining 25% should be divided among her 17 godchildren. However, Diana's mother and sisters changed some of the wishes of the late princess through court. The changes meant that William and Harry wouldn't receive their shares of their mother's estate until they turned 30. Let's go back to what would happen if Kate and William wanted to remarry after their hypothetical divorce. They, of course, would be free to do it, but things would be a bit complicated. They would be able to marry whoever they wanted, but they wouldn't necessarily be able to tie the knot under the Church of England. As I've already told you, the Church of England doesn't like divorces, and can be pretty complicated about remarrying. But other royals have found ways to get around that obstacle. The Queen's daughter, Princess Anne, married her second husband in the Church of Scotland, and Prince Charles remarried in a civil service, followed by an informal blessing. If Prince William and Kate Middleton decided to split, their lives would obviously change forever again. William would still be in line to the throne, and as the future king, he's destined to forever be in the spotlight. And while Kate wouldn't be a part of the royal family anymore, I don't think she would be able to disappear and escape the media attention. If anything, it would get even worse, especially if she got into a new relationship. As we all know, Diana was hounded by the press until her death, and actually, the tragic circumstances of her death involved a car chase with paparazzi. Now, everything I said is just hypothetical, and this is what happens when a royal divorce takes place. We don't know whether Kate and William are having any problems, but what we do know is that they've been together for almost 20 years. They met in 2001 while they were students at a university in Scotland, and since 2002, they have been almost inseparable. They had a brief breakup in 2007, but as Kate later said, the split was good for both of them. Their time apart didn't last long though, and after a few months the couple got back together. Prince William proposed to Kate on a vacation in Kenya in the fall of 2010. Of course, he used his mother's engagement ring to pop the question. They married on April 29, 2011 in Westminster Abbey, and some call it the wedding of the century. Actually, millions of viewers tuned in to watch Kate marry her prince in the now iconic lace gown. After the ceremony, the couple appeared on the Buckingham Palace balcony to share kisses in front of the crowd, and a year and a half later, they were expecting their first child. In 2013, the Cambridge family welcomed their son, Prince George. Then in 2015, they had a girl, Princess Charlotte, and in 2018, Prince Louis was born. All of those times, Kate and William and their newborn baby made the effort to pose for photos in front of the hospital. And I said made the effort because that woman had just had a baby, and a few hours later she had to dress up to have some pictures taken. Well anyway, now the Cambridges are probably the most loved family among the royals. They rarely get any negative press. And if some rumors appear, they make sure to brush them off. Because after all, they're the future monarchs. What do you think of Kate and William? Are they the perfect royals? Do you think the cheating rumors were true? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to stay up to date. And give this video a thumbs up and share it with your people. See you.